The round just started now. It's all right.
I'm Gucci.
Man, these displays of strength here. Nah, you can just go to 7. Nah, I'm gonna keep.
It's fine. You'll be fine.
Is there a can't win emote on this stream?
No, but we'll get one.
So are you just only recording these videos and then just uploading them through YouTube, or?
So we stream them live, which we're live now. And then afterwards I upload them to YouTube.
Cool. Oh god, this hand's so awful, but I'm gonna keep it anyways because I'm tired of shuffling.
Alright, get it on.
Yo. You want us to talk about play?
Yeah, I mean you can talk about what you're doing, or you could whatever. It's totally up to you guys. I might comment once in a while.
You mean like you mean like that's what I was gonna say. I was like I can comment all I want.
Yeah,
but, like,
narrate
the versus thing, like it's a little weird.
Yeah, I mean you can talk about it if you want to talk it out.
Narrate how dead Steve already is.
Yeah, sure. Well, let me put your let me get a better look at that. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see.
These pocket cams.
Yeah, we're working towards it.
Humans. Oh, I want to proceed on this. This guy.
Sure.
Serum Visions.
Okay.
I just realized that's your deck. I was like, I would never play that art. No.
well, then that's strictly wrong. Like, there's only one real.
Yeah. Well.
On that 18. Go.
Upkeep this thing.
Okay.
Activate file.
Sure.
Slip in this guy.
Okay.
Copying this thing. Naming Lightning Helix. And then also on humans. This guy.
Okay.
Resolve resolves. I'm going to combat.
Sure. Got 16.
Sure. You're up.
Path the one on lightning helix. Trigger the image.
You got a 14?
Yep. How many cards? 2? Let's see what's that now. Back at 17.
Sure.
Go. Could get significantly punished for that decision, but not letting any shenanigans happen. Yeah.
Humans.
Yep.
By the way, for you fans watching, this is not an ideal draw for humans in this matchup.
It's okay, it doesn't matter.
But those those blinds.
For those Jeskai fans, this is exactly how we draw it up. Even if they're ideal draws. Oh, 15.
Could tell if you shocked every land in.
Yeah. I've shocked every land in and then still above 10. Go.
Combat.
Mm-hmm. 2 cards. That's 1/1. I could have gotten incredibly punished for that now that I think about it. So that play I made was bad for the very specific reason that I just get destroyed by Thalia's Lieutenant. Did not even think about it.
Or Resto Angel if some lists play it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more likely to play around a Lieutenant than I am a Restoration Angel. Most lists don't even play the Angel that much anymore. They play the new guy from M19,
The Bugler?
Oh,
Yeah.
That card seems.
It's okay. I don't actually like that card very much.
Yeah.
I think it's like a one of.
Yeah, well, there's like the one of Angel. It's that one flex spot. But again, I'm more likely to play around a Lieutenant. But I feel like you would have played one out already if you had it.
Yeah, that Bugler, I mean, some people like it a lot. I think you just have to start shaving Reflector Mages. And I guess in matchups where if you don't expect you to use Reflector Mages that much, then it's good. Because there's dead in this kind of matchup, in these control matchups.
I've also seen people start to mainboard more Direfleet Daredevils.
That I don't understand. I actually don't like that card in humans at all.
Mm.
It's marginal against
It's
like
like-
these control decks and Marty
yeah.
decks.
You have to pay mana?
Yes.
Well, mostly because like a lot of the deck lists I've seen from
And
it's
Sorcerer Speed.
have been
Yeah.
have been from
Yeah.
SCG, and SCGs predominantly have a higher percentage of like Jeskai and Blue White.
Yeah, I like it the most against Mardu, but like that's really it. Against Jeskai, you'll get a Lightning Bolt, get the Serum Visions. Although Serum Visions one time was really good.
Yeah.
For
Like
a humans
Serum
deck,
Visions?
yeah.
Sometimes you get the Violin,
Yeah.
Violin a Cryptic Command, Violin Daredevil cast Cryptic Command.
But like the best case scenario is like you volley it in, you counter their Snapcaster Mage in a sense, and like that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
The worst case scenario, it's actually just a Serum Visions or a Bolt or a Path or something like that.
Yeah,
You're just
it's-
like you
Feels a
know,
little too cute. A little too.
Yeah, again, it's more like better against Mardu where you get to like nab their Faithless Livings.
yeah, that's sorcery speed more than half the time anyway. So they're like just play Snapcaster Mage, and like
Right.
there's just no
It is
point.
human.
Yeah.
There's just no point.
Wait. Yeah. Oh no, because you can't. You want
Yeah.
The mana base doesn't cast
Yeah. I got
actual
it.
Yeah.
spells.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, why don't you?
Vince, I feel like you've tried to cast a non-creature spell off an Ancient Ziggurat once or twice a time.
I don't think I've ever played an Ancient Ziggurat.
That is also fair. Ooh, I didn't even not realize this card was still in your deck.
Oh, no, I don't know what it is.
I mean, it's probably gonna win the game. So
I mean, it's a card that
Take a guess. I mean,
it's a card that I get yelled at for trying to play constantly.
oh, well then I know what it is now. It's...
Go.
combat.
Yeah,
This guy, Exalted Church.
you got me.
All right, I'll pass.
How come whenever I play against humans, they have
I'll
like,
just
the
kill
quad Champion of Parish hand?
Oh, 7.
Right now, you have the quad Unclaimed Territory.
Yeah, for any humans players watching
Go ahead.
too, like there's a few ways you can approach this matchup. Obviously, game
Again,
one
my
is
opening
very
hand was so
skewed,
good it doesn't matter.
but they don't. The Jeskai deck doesn't kill you, so like you can actually like play lands and then overload.
You have an island? Okay,
Yeah,
you have an
go.
island. The island, I've seen some people play it in there.
Obviously not in this game's case, but you can actually.
I'm just
like,
gonna cast this because I don't. I
Oh,
missed
that's the
my
card
land-
you were talking
I missed my
about,
land
sure.
drop
For how many?
for 2.
For 2.
Yeah, people. I've been trying to like find a way to make this work again over Secure the Waste, and then I just cut Secure the Waste because that card sucks.
I don't like Secure the Wastes. Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are just wrong, but
Probably.
I mean, so there have been times where like in Blue White I've been able to fit both in my deck, but this was also like the last time I played Blue White with both. It was pre Jace.
Okay.
So it's been a while. Okay, now you can't win.
It's gonna rip the Mantis Rider off the top. Just kill that.
I don't.
I mean, a lot more than that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so as humans, I've played against these Jeskai matchups
Yeah.
or blue-white matchups, or even as like white taxes. I would the blue-white decks don't kill you fast enough, so you can actually just play lands and just overload all on one turn,
Right.
and just set up a series like a turn later on in the game. They don't kill you, so you can actually set up pretty hard and set up your vials to be correct, and you don't have to just curve out and play all your things turn by turn. Like, it's actually probably better when you don't. Obviously, not in this case's game because it's just game one. You don't actually know. But I've definitely done that before with great success.
Yeah, because if you just try to play one thread at a time and let them answer it, you're never gonna get any footing.
I think that's like less obvious to people than it should be, because I see so many people. It's like they draw their card and they're like, "Oh well, I have to play this," but like that's good. That's how you lose the game, is by just like letting them 1-for-1 you until they.
Yeah, this is especially true in like Eldrazi taxes, where you actually have lands that require activations and stuff. Tectonic Edge, you got to stack them and whatnot, and Leonin Arbiters and stuff. So it's actually better to wait. Yeah, it's fine. It's actually just better to wait, and sometimes the Jeskai players might just miss lands, sack this at the end of yours, and then you can just bottleneck them. You know they're holding all removal if they're missing lands, and then once they start discarding, then like you can wait a little bit and then start unloading.
At this point, once you I get a Teferi, especially when I get Teferi and Discant, I feel like you're really forced to try to act and because your opportunity just goes down. Because now I just get 6 looks at Supreme Verdicts every turn.
Yeah, this game's probably over. Noble.
Still haven't seen a Snapcaster Mage yet.
Noble's fine.
Yeah.
End up casting Athalia.
I'm well past the point about caring about Athalia. Am I? Yeah, that's fine.
Go.
So this is really trying to just plays 2 threats, and it's definitely signaling that he's trying to pace him out over a couple turns and try to overload me. So at that point, his Bile does become a little bit more useful because it lets him try to fight through cryptic commands more. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 7, and I'm able to have double cryptic up starting next turn because he has Kanta. So I think it's just worth. I'm not sure if I want to worry about anything too much. This card is a stone do nothing, as I've pointed out before. Okay, good. You did proxy the back.
Yeah.
Alright. Plus on this Teferi. Activate his Kanta. The end step. And then discard this atrocious mana leak. Alright, can we get a straw poll going about percentages here?
Hey, anything can happen.
I don't even think a way of playing 4 Mantis Riders in turn could even. Playing as many Mantis Riders as he could available on this turn could help.
Yeah, these draws have been very abysmal. I think they've almost all been lands.
Yeah, you have flooded out quite a bit. Like, Spile's done nothing since turn 2. And you haven't really seen, like, any of your
combat
lieutenants either. Kanta.
Yeah, if this was like a time match, I might actually, depending on what time it is, I might consider
conceding.
I might.
But yeah, at this point, just.
I mean, if you want to take longer winning game 1, like the humans deck can always win 2 games really quickly. But
yeah,
true.
That 3rd game for Blue White or Jeskai might take a little while too. So it's like it's actually in the Jeskai deck's best interest in these case scenarios to actually win as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, like if this was a tournament, my pace would be much faster because I know like I would just kind of like start ignoring his creatures because like and just start trying to burn him out. But it's kind of like I am not in a rush. I kind of want to enjoy the slow kill.
Play this vial.
Yeah, that vial resolves.
All right, you're up. Also, we haven't drawn any of our Cabinet Souls, which makes this matchup like...
It's okay, I haven't counted a single spell anyways.
Yeah, but...
Most of, like, because of, like, so many Caverns decks, like, a lot of the Jeskai decks have started moving away from a lot of the counter spells. Like, I kind of... Sure, Affinity is, like, still the deck where ideal spell scenario is ideal, but, like, I just kind of don't even bother messing with the card anymore.
Spell snare?
Yeah. Well... I'm not going to live the dream if we keep hitting those South Escantas. There's one more not in the bottom, like 8 cards in my deck, or 6 cards in my deck. Alright. Let's give it all. Alright. Helix you. Start. I'm just going to start. At this point, just start lava spiking.
Rather than discarding?
Yeah. At the point where, like...
Yeah, if this feels like around like the 15-minute mark, and I would try to drag it out like a little bit longer, but normal rounds are like 45 minutes. This deck can easily win 2 matches in...
almost exactly 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then
I'm usually pretty good on timekeeping. But, yeah, right around this time, I would like consider conceding given the time. You want to give enough time for the humans that can win 2 matches.
I'm going to discard this spell snare.
But the Jeskai deck won't have enough time. I will play this freebooter. Yeah, that's probably why I wrap it up anyways.
Okay. Get your information on the way out.
Yep. Cool. We're just done here. Full grip in hand. But yeah, I would drag out. I would drag out some of the game ones just for that reason.
Yeah. Increase your...
I mean, you could also just slow down your pace of play and just also just take as much time, but...
Yeah, I don't want to...
You don't ever want to... I wouldn't ever want to promote slow playing here, guys.
Yes.
I'm not one of those
As a
players.
control player...
Don't slow play.
Don't slow play.
Don't do it.
I mean, just don't do it in general.
Yeah.
Especially not to get an advantage.
The...
Are we going to board? Because this game 1 is miserable.
The CT I played... in Lafayette a couple weeks ago. I was the last match every single round. Almost every single round, because my opponents never understood that just because I'm playing control doesn't mean that we need to make the match take forever. See, like, awkwardly enough, your sideboard is not, like, the most well-built for humans.
Yeah.
But I don't think you really need it.
I think the main deck is so...
Yeah, the main deck's already so good.
Yeah, so configured to beat the aggro decks that...
Like... Are we not just kind of do open boarding?
I've been trying to face the camera for the whole time. For that same reason.
Yeah, just give them an idea of what's going on. You don't
I mean, I can I'm fine doing open boarding. It doesn't really matter to me. Alright, so what I'm doing, boarding out all of these atrocious counterspells that are not named Cryptic Command because they just don't do anything ever in this matchup. And then boarding in anything that interacts with creatures or Mantis. Vendilion Click is great because I always love it against Aether Bile decks, and also just a fantastic blocker against Mantis Rider. Card I could consider is also bringing in Thundermaw Hellkite, because it does, again, sometimes game ones do take a little bit longer for you to drag out, and this helps you really just close those games out quickly. So, but I'm not quite sure what I would want to cut for it. Possibly the Sphinx Revelation sometimes is very critical. And I don't really... I just don't think you should ever board out Teferi. I think that card is just again, it just lets you close out games. I've never felt more confident tapping out on 5 for a Planeswalker in Modern ever.
Yeah.
Sphinx's Revelation probably could be the cut because again, you're just the games. If the games are going long, you just don't need that card anyways.
It's a win more card.
Yes, and that's why a lot of people have
especially in this matchup
kind of moved away from it.
It's not exactly.
So yeah, board out anything that is promoting a trying to counter a spell or trying to promote this super long game, which we don't really need to play. At the end of the day, Modern is moving too fast right now to where Revelation is getting cast for more than 2. Anyways, that's why people have moved to Secure the Waste, because it does also give them a little bit of reach as far as closing out the game.
It closes out the game really quick.
Yeah, you. What would be a Revelation for 6 or 7, and the point where you're it'll help you win the game, but it might actually just lose you the game because you don't have the time to actually close out. I've had a match where I was about to go to turns, and I had to secure the waste for I think about 12 or so against humans to win in turns. Otherwise, I would have gotten a draw in day 1 of the Indie Open back in February, and that was a 1,200 person open, so wouldn't have day 2, wouldn't have top 64. Would have been short
if the Jeskai decks are popular as a humans player too, I would not board in that as Static Caster despite it having flash. It actually doesn't shoot down Snapcasters, but that's really all it's doing. Yeah. It's not. I mean, if he has more than one secure, then probably I can see.
I think at that point, if the game is getting to
more than one,
if the game is getting to the point where secure is more than just creating some blockers, the game's already too far gone at that point, and then you're adding a card that doesn't do anything into your deck.
Yeah. You could just hope that maybe it becomes a 1/3 after a Lieutenant or something like that, but that's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen as much as you think.
And is a set of caster beatdowns are not exactly something that I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
If you copy it 3 times with Phantasmal Image, you can kill Colonnade with it. So.
Yeah, but you know what? That's 3 Phantasmal Images not copying a Mantis Rider. So that's a lot less Mantis Riders that I die to.
Yeah, Hoey actually had 2 against me in the mirror match where he was able to copy his. And you know how obnoxious it is to play the mirror match in the humans mirror match when there's 2 Static Casters?
That seems really
annoying.
I actually navigated a line where over a series of turns, I still lost that game.
Yeah.
Just by a few life. But I was about to turn the corner and able to beat it. I was able to Reflector Mage it, kill one of them, and then Meddling Mage him out of it.
Well, if this was any other land in our deck, we would have snap kept this hand.
Took too much chip damage. Holy. Yeah, this hand's so awful too. But I'm probably still going to keep this
Okay,
hand.
mine was 4 removal spells, or 5 removal spells, Thundermaw Hellkite, and Basic Islands.
I would obviously keep that hand.
Just on the Thundermaw alone.
Thundermaw alone, gonna keep it.
It can be 6 spells in Thundermaw Hellkite, and you'd still keep it.
Yeah.
And then you'd die horribly,
Absolutely.
but you're playing game 1 against Hollow One or Dredge, so it doesn't matter. One of the few matchups where your opening hand in Modern does not, in fact, matter. Because they're just going to Burning Inquiry the best cards out of your hand anyways.
Yeah.
I haven't updated this sideboard with it, but I've been trying a sideboard with Kosali Pride Mages instead of Rex Sages. And also
the
Organic Teague instead of the Dire Daredevil slot.
I've seen people play Teagues in the past.
Yeah, I've seen a
You know,
couple.
something the Lotus Box guys were high back on, like about 6 months ago. Now I think it's actually better than it was then.
Yeah, there's been a huge shift in control too, which
Yeah.
I would up to like force in collectors.
I've honestly seen people start main decking Sin Collectors.
And
Caleb Durwood was talking about main decking Sin Collectors, and because like that was just he was sideboarding him in like a couple in almost every matchup. I'm a terrible human being and almost drew 7.
no, I'm pretty sure you drew 7. Pretty sure I saw that. Yeah.
Alright. But alright, I'll leave that on top. Doesn't matter.
I'll just put the card I need on top. I'll keep
No,
yeah.
it was. I would have kept any. You could hand me the 6 cards and then snap keep it anyways. That's me acting without thinking. It's okay, Twitch chat.
Most Jeskai hands are kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, lands and spells.
That's all
Can't
you need.
lose.
Oh, a colonnade first turn. Oh man, this is just awful for this hand. Why did this come so late?
Nice Aether Violet, bro. Auriok Champion.
Yeah.
That card doesn't actually do anything. Just a 1/1 that can't get lightning bolted.
That's doing something.
Sure.
Also, you play some Thalia's Lieutenants on that thing.
Yep.
No, it still gets pat.
Yeah, it still gets passed. It still gets wrath.
Yuma.
Still gets bounced by Teferi. No one cares. Yeah.
Pow.
Poke.
Yeah.
See if I wanna. I wanna.
You want to pat this guy and then not this guy? So this guy goes 20 turns? It's alright. I'm down with this.
Hey, it could go like 8.5. You could play Athalia's Lieutenant.
Yeah.
I'll shock a couple times. Yeah.
Or like 9.5, I guess.
I forgot you gain life, right?
Yeah, is it whenever any creature
Yeah,
enters?
it is. Even though it's in German or whatever. Yeah, I guess I should do just all
So it's
Oh, it's in
squiggly.
German? I couldn't even tell.
It is.
The name is the same in German.
Oh.
I think it lets me still kind of curve out the way I wanted to. So the extra mana, I don't think I'm not. I think.
Yeah, plus your lands come into play tap.
Yeah, I think that sets me back way further than especially given the land I have in my hand is gonna set me back way further than it would that the 1 mana extra mana I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Go. Because then notably this Flood Strand can't go get a Steam Vents for 2 turns.
Pow.
Yep. God, I really hope you draw that awkward Mantis Rider.
It's not awkward at all, actually.
The post-combat Mantis Rider.
Post-combat
being
Mantis
awkward.
Rider, that's very fair. This is a little awkward. It's not Mantis Rider awkward. But
It's like not wanting to ever,
those next 2 turns gonna play out.
not wanting to play into the untapped 4th land verdict.
Yeah, I'll probably just pass here. Most cases, I probably just pass here.
Yeah,
Even if we get an extra land and we can throw more stuff on the floor, a verdict is probably. Don't exactly want to play into that.
and that,
I said we're fine overloading here. We don't have to
yeah.
play a thing every turn.
It is worth noting that a lot of the Jeskai decks, there's kind of this cross divide where some people have still left themselves on 2 Supreme Verdicts, which, in my personal opinion, for the longest time, especially coming from playing a lot of blue-white in the recent months while Humans was becoming more and more popular, was that it's just critical to diversify your sweepers. You've seen a lot of people, especially over in Europe, playing Wrath of God in their main deck in addition to instead of the second verdict, and then settle the wreckages in their sideboards.
Yeah, the same is true for anyone playing Anger of the Gods.
Anger of the Gods is just, unless you're playing like Valakut and you can't worry about, you are just so scared of Affinity.
Yeah, Sweltering Suns, and there's that other one too. What was that other one? Slagstorm? Oh man,
Yeah.
Slagstorm. I've seen somebody play one of each of those against humans, and I'm just
a lot.
That hits players though, so that's it can.
I mean, it's one of those cards where, like, when they started adding Bloodbraid Elf, became relevant because it gets them into that range.
Right.
Yeah. Especially because a lot of the people are like, oh yeah, now we can function without having to play a fetch land mana base.
Yeah.
Like Storm moved away from fetch lands. I mean, a 3/2 plus rampant growth is also very fine. If it's
really late champion.
Sure, that turn for champion.
You're up. Yeah, I don't want to run into Snapcaster here, so we don't attack with Oriok. So no point in just throwing it away for half a card.
So at this point, if he's not applying significant pressure, and especially if he's like not attacking with his Oriok champion, just like letting it be that kind of like, I think that Johnny's Mantra is a card from M11. And I'm more than okay with that. Yeah, that resolves. Like, and if he's not making, I'm at 18. If he's not 17 now, I'm fetching. But if he's not applying significant pressure, especially if he's just not attacking because he's worried about an ambush viper Snapcaster, then I never have any need to act and just sit on my heels and just kind of enjoy the show. He can gain all the life he wants.
Yeah, this only promotes like the overloading plan. Like they're not going to kill us soon. We're not dying anytime soon.
Yeah,
we can wait till our hand sculpts out to be a little bit
better.
Yeah,
you can like wait till you find a meddling mage to stop a verdict.
No, let's come out, man.
I guess there's too much different removal.
This
meddling mages are just too bad.
You want to name Vault? You want to name Path? It's a little bit different versus Blue White.
I mean, I've never heard anyone name Serum Visions, so.
That's only because I was on the. You led off with the Colonnade.
Yeah.
If you didn't lead off with the Colonnade,
I suppose that's fine. But like,
if you really knew me,
you know that Serum Visions is not. I mean,
that I can't play that.
If you really knew me, you'd name Think Twice, because there's a good chance that if this is playing my physical copy of the deck, I'd have like 3 Think Twices in there.
The Booter.
Resolves.
Oh man, resolves. I'm getting all this life. Booter.
Pick one.
See, he did end up having a verdict and a Snapcaster Mage. It's gonna be.
Well, I just did a Snapcaster actually.
I mean,
but there's 5 cards here. I don't think you can beat any combination of them.
How do I want to navigate this?
The reason I've been holding up from the verdict even in this turn because like I'm waiting for him to try to see if he can. He sees like senses a little bit of a weakness because I haven't done anything. It's like at the very least I could just be using my mana efficiently to try to answer that, but I don't think I need to be under any immediate threat since I do have a path.
Yeah, I decided to go for the Booter this turn because he hasn't missed a land drop. It was likely he had another land or 2 in his hand too, but since he didn't, this is probably the worst case scenario. This is 2 removal spells, verdict with Snapcaster and X.
Yeah, like I'm still basically left with 4 removal spells no matter what card you take. I think
it's Snapcaster Mage here.
You can't take Snapcaster.
Dang it, we tried, boys. We tried. Can't blame the guy for trying.
It's okay.
It doesn't matter which one I get, actually. It really doesn't.
Yeah, whatever you get, it just if you take one of these 2, it just gets killed by the other.
The Path Exile.
Yeah.
That's the card we really wanted, was that Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
Not one.
Because
not watching.
All the other cards get answered. The Freebird just gets answered by one of the other 3 that we left there.
This is super awkward.
And even if he has like a follow-up Zather Necromancer.
Do they still play those cards anymore? I guess they
I
could with the shift with the shift higher and maybe Jeskai.
Yeah.
I could see it coming back.
Well, it
But
depends on how
against-
much people are respecting blue-white, because now the blue-white decks are turning into more Miracle style decks. See, if I was trying to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and go to 8, and I have it on top of Verdict. I don't want to like use my Snapcaster as a like chump blocker, and because then I'm using the Helix and I'm like losing out on extra value from the. Okay, so it's got 3 cards. So Verdict, and I can hold up Path and Bolt. Yeah, that's fine. Just took me this now to realize that you still don't have a Cavern.
Yeah, running a little bit below average.
I mean, I'm running Jeskai. We all run about every game we run. If that isn't against Tron, we run about the same. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, go to 8.
Yep. Yeah, you had to play the Thalia's Lieutenant here. We saw that he had a Verdict and he was going to kill our guy no matter what. So
Yeah,
just have to
just
squeeze
lets
in
you
the damage.
squeeze in the damage. Like,
If he wants to pervert a card advantage, he doesn't block with Snapcaster either, and then we
Yeah.
can just punch through for more damage.
Yeah, so
Make our Manus Riders more live. Yeah. Yeah, that hand was pretty good.
Yeah. See, I could check this since I have 2 removal spells, but I have 2 anyways. So.
Yeah, I guess I could see actually waiting there a little bit more until he misses his land drop, until he shows that he's missing his land drop. But that gives us a better range of like what his hand is and how many spells he has in his hand. But
I mean, the freebooter gives
waiting
you
too
freebooter
long.
not seeing with that. You kind of just need to know. You know that it's not getting better for you at any point in this game.
I could see waiting another turn or 2 though. Hitting a 6th land actually is pretty important. But
Yeah.
it's hard to say. A lot of judgment calls there.
Yep. See, I think I'm more conservative than most people when it comes to attacking with Colonnade, even against like decks like humans.
Yep.
I feel like especially because like game 1 is so favorable that you just like you're not in a rush to ever try to win, like close out the sideboard games that quickly. That is your life total. Yep.
Go.
Again, I'm again might just be playing this much more conservatively than most people, but because they would try to like kind of like fire off one of these burn spells, Snapcaster, back the burn spell, like would likely be the lightning bolt based on the mana I had.
Well, I have you at 27 too, by the way, Steven.
Oh, you got it for the Thala's Lieutenant trigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about how many burn spells it's going to take.
You know what? At this point, we're kind of on that. You know, let's just emblem. Like so, Colonnade hits just also don't really add up to a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that hand, I stopped caring about my life total.
Yeah.
Your life total never matters.
Especially if this was game 2. If it
Like,
was
your
other
life
game,
total-
it might be a little different, but
Your life total doesn't really matter, because if I'm winning the game, like it doesn't matter what life total I'm killing you from. Sometimes it might just make a little more sense if like we're in a game 3 situation. Yep. In your draw step. I guess I did have to untap lands at the end. So.
oh man, you targeted my Seachrome Close at the end of turn?
Sure.
Oh man.
Vendelian Click. Target you. You can keep all of those. First, I guess the Reclamation Stage is just there for Escanta. But your window of getting that is very short. Usually.
Yeah.
I like it more against...
It also gets like an EE sometimes if they prematurely set it off.
Yeah. Try to get it in under...
Or if you're like Vince's case, he actually plays peripheral nodes. The value.
Sure.
Oh.
I mean... It's okay. Vince hasn't touched anything aside from Field of Ruin and Teferi in the Modern Card Pool since 2014.
I'm still not sold on Teferi, so...
Then you...
No, I'm just kidding.
If you're not sold on this
I'm
card...
not sold on Escanta. That's my
Boy,
what I'll say.
I've played both in Vintage, and they're both absurd. Have you ever cast Fairy with the Library of Alexandria?
No, I can't say I have.
It is fantastic. I don't think you can experience a better feeling in Magic. Yeah.
I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah, and even if there honestly wasn't even really a card I would probably be taking out of his hand at this point, but this gives me a good opportunity to just kind of see what I'm exactly dealing with, how I can sequence my removal spells going forward.
Man, depending on what we draw next turn, Justin might just hate his hand. But we'll see how much it improves. He just draw a lot of lands, so. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Humans is a slight underdog to Jeskai. Blue-white, not so much.
I think slight is a gross under exaggeration.
I mean,
I think it's like, I wouldn't say it's unwinnable, but it's like solidly like below 30%.
I think with the Humans' best draws, it actually matches up, even with your best draws.
Yeah.
Or actually beats your best draws, actually.
This is the one problem I always have with this card, is because we are entering so much 1-for-1, and like, this card's like not fantastic to have ever in the late game. Good. Yeah, again, my play in some of these sequences has been less than conservative, or more than conservative, but if Steve's fine just sitting on his hands, then that just favors me, especially with when I have a head on board. Counter draw.
Yeah, I really wish I had that Caverns. I also really wish I went for the other line.
I mean, if you had a Cavern, I get to feel to ruin it anyways.
Yeah, instead of playing Ether Vial last turn. We could have had a really sick interaction the turn before and then juicing Collector.
Yeah, I mean, you could have also, like,
but
I guess you have to kind of wait a couple turns to get it to the vial, and then it doesn't really do anything. Now this is awkward, because now we can just target my own click.
Yeah, this was actually the other line beforehand. We had 2 Phantasmal Images and a Great Sale Freebooter. If we didn't cast the Ether Vial, we could have definitely disrupted his hand a lot. And if we juiced in Collector, we might have just like shifted his entire hand.
I let him take a card out of my hand either way, so this is kind of awkward. Yeah, that resolves.
I'll copy your click. I'll target you. It's gonna be that Snapcaster Mage.
I think I'm an idiot. That should have been tapped. But I'm an idiot and get rightfully punished for being an idiot.
Go ahead.
It's okay. Can't play perfectly all the time.
No, that's why people play tests, so they can spot their mistakes. Hopefully not make them again when it matters. Yeah, we didn't know we were going to draw Sync Collector, but that was definitely one of the live draws we had if we went for it instead of playing Ether Vial last turn. But we already played it. We didn't know if it was a mistake, but we committed to it.
Wait, I missed all of that. Is the Phantasmal Image a Vanillion click?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the only illegal target on the board.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm not. Right now, I don't feel like my life total is in any immediate danger.
This guy's 3 powered, man. That's 2 attacks away.
It's true.
I mean, I also have a 4 power, 4 toughness blocker.
Says you.
Okay, you can Phantasmal with my Colonnade.
Funny reactions. Human Sweater, do not copy the Colonnade. It is not good. Do not do that.
I've seen many Merfolk players try to
do not
copy
that
their
post-combat. Do not do that. You're not going to be happy with the results. Don't ever copy a manland.
I have people ask me why I don't copy it with Kiki Jiki all the time. I'm like, because, alright, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just saving this Field of Ruin for exclusively a Cavern of Souls that he could draw and kind of use that to unlock his hand, kind of like get his hand around cryptic commands, but I don't think that really is what this game is about anymore. But what it is do, just so I'm maximizing that mana advantage from Fairy.
Sure, 21.
Go. I am getting to the point where I should be probably attacking with a colonnade, at least one, because I do have, but I do want to, if he decides to just explode his hand onto the table, I do want to be able to have multiple answers on a turn. Again, I don't think it really matters too much which card he takes.
This is for power, right?
Yeah.
Right. Try to read it upside down. Realize you can't do that. The least power.
Yeah.
It will be. Probably that cryptic command.
Yeah, I figured he was going to take the cryptic anyways, but I didn't want to use the cryptic on that. I think the cryptic long term has so much more value than trying to just dismiss a Kitesail freebooter.
Activate vial.
Or this, this will prompt some action. I do want to, however, use a path, because then I do have 2 different removal spells in my hand. For any immediate action. I don't want to get kind of caught with my pants down, because if he does leave any number of mages in for whatever reason, and that is his mystery card, then I do get kind of blown out with.
Copy your Vanilli click, targeting you.
We're gonna keep doing this song and dance. Okay. Taking my cryptic command again.
Now I'm taking your other path exile. You're up.
Now he's like taking a couple like valuable cards that I probably do want. I have shuffled my. I've not shuffled my deck since the first Vendilion click. So that might. At this point, I don't think caverns are not what this game's about, especially.
For this phase of the game.
Yeah.
Serum.
Yeah. Try to restrict your colored mana a little bit, even if it isn't going to make too much of a significant difference.
Oh man, all these rainbow lands, get out of here.
It's not going to make enough of an impact, but you know.
Draw caverns next turn, just show you.
If you just show me cavern next turn, then.
Double
whatever.
Mana Strider somehow, just flip this into a Mana Strider.
It's okay. The great thing about Cryptic Command is it can do other stuff. And that's the only counterspell left in our deck.
It's interesting that you left in the cryptic command, because I normally take out the cryptic commands in this matchup.
You could leave a few.
They kind of like help you. They're good at like kind of doing that pseudo
It's like-
bridge against Mantis Rider.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's a Suedo
Verdict.
Supreme Verdict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've tapped down, I've fogged a couple turns
Now,
in my day.
I think I have the luxury of waiting one more turn on this Teferi.
Luxury, he says.
I have the luxury to do anything I want right now, to be completely honest. Like, but I do not.
Yeah, okay, I'll take 7.
All right, so you're down to 14.
You're 6, yeah. Oh man, the window is closing really quickly.
Yeah, and again, I probably am at the point where I could have closed this game out a couple turns ago, but again, I just don't ever.
Oh, you're a 6.
Yeah, I'm a 6 scalding turn.
Delete this vial.
Yep. Okay. Okay. I didn't untap those.
Boys, you missed that trigger. Y'all saw it.
Shut on it.
I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter here.
Counter that, tap your team.
Alright, Sarah, you can go.
And that's one sequencing thing that could have made a little bit more of a difference, but it probably still gets blown up by Cryptic all the same, is like getting the second Mantis Rider off, leaving the second one off the vial while you got the Lieutenant in place, and you do grow the Lieutenant. But that assumes the Lieutenant does come into play. Ever. Alright.
Yeah, sneaking your guys, your Mantis Riders out of Lightning Bolt range is pretty important if you can do it.
Yeah.
But you should be able to do it anyways if you play enough Kite Sails and Sync Collectors. It might be correct. This hand should have been mulligan until you hit a Sync Collector. But
it's possible.
I don't like
at this
shuffling.
point, yeah, because I have this, he's gonna get to sit back on this wall and answer his card.
You have an emblem now? Do you have an emblem? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
You have an emblem? Can I recommend Stage your emblem?
No, you
Is that
cannot.
how it works?
No, you
Just-
cannot.
just
No, you can't do.
this to or emblem.
What you can do is you can draw a 7th land in the Karn, and then eventually try to restart the game.
With your emblem in play? Is that
yeah,
how it goes?
Yeah, restarting the game.
You
lose
exile
the
the
emblem.
emblem with Karn.
Oh, is that the only way to get rid of an emblem is when you
Yeah.
restart a game? I did not know this. I
Yeah.
thought emblems are just like perma stuck there. Learn something, boys.
Can we just draw Sphinx's Revelation one time? It's too
While
bad
you
it's in our
have a
sideboard.
million lands.
Well, it's in our
Oh, it's in the
sideboard.
sideboard.
Cunning Wish.
Man, I would like to go to combat.
Sure.
Alright, go.
I thought. Trigger.
Dang it, you remembered.
Trigger.
Well, this is like twice as many lands as I want to draw.
Yeah.
Show you like 5 more removal spells. and
Yeah, it
another
happens
Teferi.
when you have a Teferi in play, yeah.
For like
I
a
can
million
believe, I can
turns.
believe it. I can believe
Yeah.
it.
We got to do some stuff. Thank you, Steve, for being such a good sport about it. And letting me have my fun, because
I
apparently...
feel like there were a couple Colonnade hits you could have taken there.
Yeah, again, I do recognize that I was playing that game much more conservatively.
Yeah.
But I feel like the only way I lost, it was the point where I realized the only way I can lose this game is if I get too aggressive with my colonnades.
Right. Right.
And
yeah.
that's something I see a lot of mistakes that a lot of people playing this deck make,
Yeah.
is that they get too aggressive with our colonnades because they think they're safe with 1 or 2 removal spells. And I think that, especially against humans in the late game, and especially when they're not playing spells for about 3 turns or so.
Yeah, when they're trying to do what I'm doing. Like
Yeah, when they're
it's-
taking the correct approach to the matchup, they don't nearly get enough out of their resource, and they're like waiting to get every ounce of value they can out of their resources because they know they have to fight through a wall of removal.
Yeah.
You just get the kind of situations where
Do you guys want to go again? You want to
Yeah.
switch it up? You want to take a break?
I'm
I
fine.
could play this third game. Just pretend it's a game 3 or
Sure.
something like that.
I'm fine playing. I can play this matchup all day. In fact, every time I sign up for an open, I hope I play against humans 9 rounds in a row.
Oh man.
Would you rather play against humans or Affinity?
You know, that's a toss-up. Like, I could just get dicked on by, like, turn 2 Edge Champion, turn 3 Edge Champion.
I think you would rather have humans.
Yeah.
Like, humans, even their best draws, I can interact with more favorably. And Jeskai's also gotten to the point where the only reason there's even 1 Stony Silence in a couple people's sideboards,
Yeah.
like Jonathan Rossman and Ben Nikolic have played 1, purely for KCI. Because, you know what, maybe they'll play against KCI once
You can go for
a tournament.
10
And-
minutes. Pretend it's a game 3.
Yeah.
With like 10 minutes on the clock. That's right, boys.
10 minutes?
I'll get a clock on here.
Oh, I have to win this game in 10 minutes?
We'll see how conservative you are with these.
It's okay.
Colonnades.
I'll do you the favor and put you in the drop bracket against every other Jeskai deck.
Really?
Yeah, I think we started like around 7 on the dot.
I'm fine here.
This hand kind of... This hand's like really close because this card could just make it so we draw exactly what we need every turn of the game. But we on the play... I think this one's kind of close. I'm going to mulligan, but I do think it is a lot more close than a lot of people will give it credit for.
On the play,
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Like, turn 2 search just gives us so much power, but there is a chance we do just get overrun because we don't have enough interaction.
Right.
Like, say if I was playing against, like, anything with a little bit, like, a little more slower, like, maybe, like, a half turn slower, like, a Collected Company deck.
Now, if I was going first and I mulled a 6, would you keep that 7?
You were going first.
Obviously, in this case, he's going first, so he has to make the
Right.
decision first. But
Yeah.
like,
I think on the.
does it become closer?
But like on the draw, does it become closer?
I think it's
I
already.
Think it does.
I think it's like. I think it goes from like the 55%, like to a like 65 maybe.
Yeah.
I keep almost any hand with Search Jeskai 2 lands and an interaction spell.
Well, there was 5 lands, 1 interaction.
Yeah.
I'm aware
so,
of what it has.
yeah.
It's in my keep range. When I play Jeskai, it's in my keep.
I mean,
well, you keep with some of the loosest hands with Jeskai ever.
I keep 7 landers, so
I like lands.
And then then it turns out your opponent's always playing some Thoughtseize Inquisition deck, and you get rewarded. It never works. And anytime I do it, I'm playing against Burn.
Against Burn, I don't recommend it. Yeah.
Against anyone in the dark, I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
And if you know your opponent's playing, but then you draw the Lightning Bolt right when they play their turn 2 Dark Confidant every time, unless your name is anyone besides you.
Think about discard decks, and you just can't stop bullshit off the top.
See, that's why you play Grixis, and you have discard and counterspells, and it's great. This hand is probably just going to get run over. It's really expensive. So, I'm on the play.
Little that he knows, we're going for the slow plan.
Yeah. We cannot beat Athalia with this hand. Or an Aether Vial. We really can't beat an Aether Vial.
That doesn't sound good.
That's why I shotgun those 7s, man. Those 5 land Citrus Canta hands and a spell, bam.
I mean,
it's like I mulligan anyways.
Again,
like
that hand was
like
very, very close. Like, I'm almost 9 times out of 10, I'm tempted to keep anything that has turn 2 search on the play.
On the play, yeah.
And then I play against Jund, and they discard spell my search, and then I just like, then I just can never. Then they play a Tarmogoyf, and I can never.
We're not recommending doing that.
Then I play a Tarmogoyf. Then they play a Tarmogoyf instead of a Dark Confidant, and I just want to cry.
I only keep those hands because this is a non-Thoughtseize second this scenario.
Right.
But
that was
if they do play discard,
awkwardly probably one of the worst draw steps in my deck. Because he showed me, like, assuming like this would be a game 3 scenario, and he showed me Thalia. The 3-mana Thalia, I want to get my fetch lands into play as fast as I can.
Yeah, Legacy, it's great, man. The feeling when they play a fetch land and...
when like, Peter was on that White Eldrazi kick, he did that to a lot of people turn 1.
Humans. And this thing.
Okay, we can beat the second Aether Vial. We just can't beat the first.
Yeah.
Because that's like almost like he mulligan too.
Until he plays a million cards in 1 turn.
Yeah, until he triple Phantasmal Images.
Yeah, we're not playing any more lands now.
Looking at my hand as if it matters which land I get. Alright, that card has some relevant text. Yo. Yep. Okay, so now Champion of the Parish. We gooch.
Can I go to my turn now?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'd probably be losing this game if this wasn't an all-foil Jeskai deck.
That's probably exactly what's keeping you alive.
Activate file.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm so used to playing with a foil Jeskai deck. If I play with anything else, it just doesn't feel right.
Ugh. Try to get into these 2 Exalted triggers.
Yeah, Matt.
Got him, guys. We did it.
So I took 1, 2,
16.
16.
Yep.
Yep. Oh man, it's representing Cryptic Command. Oh no. All this mana we have. Humans.
Cavern of Souls was really freaking annoying. The one time it shows up. Alright.
This turn's gonna be great. If he's pained by this already, gonna You do this in response to this guy?
No, it resolves the trigger on stack. I'm gonna bolt that guy.
I'll respond by ether vialing.
Sure. Sure. Are grabbing that guy again?
Yeah.
Alright, you got cryptic command, you're gonna get it anyways.
Is that what I think it is?
Thundermaw, Hellkite, and what else?
Yes, and I think it's very horrid right now.
Is it a Thundermaw? What is it? Is this a Snapcaster Mage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
This card is so much worse than a Teferi right now.
Well, I'm not boarding another Teferi. I guess if it was Baneslayer Angel right now...
Yeah, if it was Baneslayer, it would be much better.
Yeah.
It's a 2-1 right now. Or 2-3. Hold on with the Exalted Trigger on the stack.
Sure.
So I don't want to get fucked by a Lieutenant here.
Alright, fine, we'll allow it.
Yeah, because I can still trade with that later. And now at this point I kind of think do 2 cards.
Just like you.
Go.
Oh, you do have a double red. Alright, chose not to cast that. Alright. Yeah, I'll keep it at 2.
So, double vial makes it very awkward for me to sequence how I want to play my next turn.
Pop this.
Yeah. It's okay, we drew so many. We should have spread our removal spells out for the last, like, over the course of the 3 games. And did every game with like 5 removal spells in hand. Now I could really use some of those extra 10. Couldn't take them with me.
Play this guy.
In response to this.
Sure. Clicking moi.
Click, target you.
Activate file.
Yeah. Do it this way so that if he has a lieutenant, this champion doesn't get bigger. Yep.
Yeah, we're copying your click and we're targeting you. And we get this nice Thundermaw out of your hand, so you
This
can't
nice
kill our
Thundermaw
click.
that doesn't do anything?
That kills my click.
Yeah, it doesn't want to
I don't know. I was gonna copy your guy and copy your Thundermaw and rush
that
into
would
5.
be
That's what I really wanted to do.
Yeah,
but
so that's another reason why I kind of don't actually. The more I think about it, the more I'm like,
that click resolve, your click resolves. I'll show you this.
cool.
That resolves.
Yep.
Yep. Oh man, now it's just like a race.
Go. It's like
So you can just draw better.
nice little awkward race. I
Probably.
doubt there are any Reflector Mages in your hand.
I still
Or in your deck?
probably keep these vials at 2.
Yeah, I think like your best draws.
Our best draws are 2s.
Yeah, I could see putting 1 up to 3, since you do have the Cavern and the 4th land, so you can double spell on 2s anyways. Porphyry Notes would actually be a very good card to draw right now because it's just help you. In this case, it will just like win that board stall.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you pretty much clean up that entire side before...
yeah. Well, no, I lose my Snapcaster before he loses his click.
Oh,
That was very bad for me. That was about the worst case scenario.
I would agree. Let's actually this too.
It's okay. You know,
Ship with everything. Put as much pressure as
put the
possible.
click on the click. The click doesn't.
Click doesn't get a
the
counter,
doesn't
yeah,
get a counter.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Click on the click. Snap on Thing Collector. Take 4. 12.
You're up. I could also see him blocking the click with the champion too.
I want to just get the flyer out of the way
Maybe
because
better.
I do still have. You have no cards, so like
Yeah,
I do have a turn. I still have 4 paths and everything.
Every once in a while I look up a card, like to put on the side thing, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I have that card?
Champions usually grow out of control. I usually try to just get that off the board. The click is always
Yes,
the
but
third
I
one.
also have Engineer Explosives still in my deck.
Yeah,
so
it
gives
depends
me-
on your list.
Like if I have an Engineer Explosives in my deck right now, it's better to leave the second one in play.
Yeah, there's reasons to do it, reasons to not do it.
Because then I guess I already get your vials now too. So like, the best draw in my deck is actually engineered explosives, because then you're just left with a 1/1 lieutenant, which I'm not scared of.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
Right now, I'm not scared. In the immediate future, I'm not scared of it. Or in the present, I'm not. Oh, that was not engineered explosives. Go.
Alright, I think it's safe to go to 3 now.
Yeah, we do one of the. Funny enough, like we're actually covered by Mantis Rider.
Combat.
3, 4, 5.
Is that no blocks? I'll activate Bile.
Yeah, I was another lieutenant. Oh,
I mean, it is.
Fuck me.
I think that's
Pardon my French.
Dead?
Yeah,
So it goes to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
not dead, but
Yeah, go to 3. I still have Varric as a draw.
yeah, we don't hold that Phantasmal. We just push for damage.
Yeah, we're dead. Okay, you got the game that didn't matter.
But it was the game 3 scenario here.
In the hypothetical scenario that we're playing.
That's okay, I still want you to win. So, in conclusion, Thundermaw Hellkite should not be a Thundermaw Hellkite unless your name is Vince.
Yeah, if you know the Jeskai player brings in a few creatures like this extra click or something like that, you could put in Reflector Mage. I don't like Reflector Mage.
I don't think
they're all coming to play.
It's a liability.
Yeah, they're all coming to play abilities more than half the time, and like it's just not.
The only card it's good against is Baneslayer, and or Lyra, depending on. Some people have both.
Yeah, and in that sense too, like I guess you can also bring in your Dismember to like the one that dismembers that some humans.
Dismember also is good against like colonnades still.
Yeah, right. It's possible that like that probably should have came instead of the second Rex Sage.
I mean, I think
I like having a body more than that.
Yeah, I think the only problem I have with the Rex Sage is I don't think it does enough.
It doesn't do a lot. It's a 2/1.
Yeah.
Just
well,
like
you don't have the time to get
the Dismember. It might also not do anything throughout the course of the game either. So
yeah, you might just die to the Teferi.
Up to you from that 7th or 8th slot. That should have been a 4th Sin Collector. I don't recommend any human player not playing 4 in their board now, and like Justin said, it might be worthy to even main deck 1 or 2, depending on what you want to do.
It did seem pretty good when you were casting.
Yeah.
So.
Of note, also
I don't play Resto Angels in this list. I'm playing the 3-drop Thalia instead.
If you didn't pick up on it yet, there are no Serum Visions in this deck. A lot of people
didn't even need it.
Yeah, and I think Serum. I personally have. I think there are times where Serum Visions is.
It's too dirty now. I do believe
justified, but I think the format is getting to this point where it doesn't provide the card event, the velocity that you need it to in control matchups anymore. Like, again, that's why you see people like Ben Nicholas, one of the best Jeskai players on Star City, moving to cards like Think Twice, because it works very well with Teferi. A lot of the times where I had Teferi, I wasn't utilizing a lot of the mana, or I was utilizing it in awkward sequences where I wasn't using, like I was firing off a removal spell at a time where I would rather hold up a removal spell.
Right.
I think that just lets you cycle through that, cycle a card, cycle that mana, and then you get to still use that mana again next turn. So Think Twice with flashback, instead of costing 5, costs 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
And divination, instant speed divination is a card I'm sure every control deck would play if they had the opportunity.
Yeah, we didn't know that he doesn't play Serum Visions, but we don't know, right? Like when leading off game 1 with Colonnade, I think it's actually better to hit Serum Vision. It's actually a blue-white matchup, which is actually the more popular deck, I think, nowadays over Jeskai. Like, it's actually like way more critical. I guess you could also name Path, too, just to be safe when he leads off a Colonnade.
I think blue-white, especially because they're so limited on removal.
Yeah, and in game 1, like, I don't mind hitting a Serum Visions, because, like, depending on what he kept, like, it could be a very weak hand, and the Serum Vision would get him out of it or something like that.
Right.
So it's a very safe pick. But Serum Vision or Path. Path is probably like really the safer one, but I see arguments for either.
Those are like the flex spot. They also have like main deck timelies.
One, right?
Yeah.
They also have spreading seas, which is relevant in this matchup.
A lot of people actually start cutting speed.
They should. They should. Just awful.
Card is not good against any deck that is not Tron.
All right. We'll take a quick break. Just let me know what you. I'm going live right now, but just let me know what you guys are gonna play, and then figure it out.
What's this?
Stone. I think that's my folk.
Zach, in the first video, I totally spelled your name wrong, which is just like really embarrassing me.
Really? How'd you spell it?
I put a C in it, which like I've never done. Right?
Is this Guan's deck?
No, that's mine.
You know what this is?
Except there's some proxies in there.
Oh, this is pod.
Oh, yeah, there's pod too.
Is it actual pod or is it?
No, it's pod. Yeah.
Oh, can we do a throwback?
I just like to.
Sure, but you wanna
I
do
like to
that
throw it back
PG?
once in a while. You know, it's fun. You
Oh
know?
no, the PT wasn't Splinter Twin. That was
It was pod
Jeskai.
and-
Jeskai. No, it's Jeskai
it
control.
was, yeah,
It
it was
was-
just control.
You, no, we don't have McLaren control built.
No, I don't, unfortunately.
Can I
Although
put-
I thought I mean, that list is McLaren control with Teferi. That's like what it is.
Alright, it's pod. Where's
Is it Sean McLaren?
Yeah.
where's the
oh, I couldn't remember.
What are you looking for?
where's the twin deck?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that one is pretty freshly sleeved.
and it's also in like one of the worst deck boxes.
Yeah.
Did you specifically put the Black Lotus thing back because there were guests?
I didn't.
Uh,
I wasn't trying to get called out on that.
Did you get rid of the other sign?
Oh, it's real. You can play that.
Yeah, it's playable.
It's playable in some format, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the oversized
Oversized
format.
formats.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll look into oversized formats.
Did you see the offline message we got from that guy?
so
About
I apologize to Chad in advance
Sale.
for probably playing this matchup horribly. I've not played this.
Now I want to understand what I...
I've not
So-
played this matchup in about
Your bag?
let's see.
Oh.
What year was when Splinter Twin banned?
2014?
Was
2015?
2015,
Yeah.
and
It's been 3
Pod
years.
was banned in 2013.
No. Pod has been the
Or
same year
tw-
as
or
2014. 2015.
No, it was over a year
Oh,
later.
it was.
It was
it
at
was
least a year.
2016. Pod was 2015
Yeah,
because
that sounds
Pod
right.
went first, right?
Because I moved out here and I'd almost put pod together.
Pod was banned the same time as Treasure
And then,
Cruise,
like,
so,
not too long
yeah.
after. Yeah, because when I moved out here, I was playing trying to play a lot of con standard.
That was a great standard format.
And then I just stopped playing Magic, really.
That was pro-
I
that was
didn't
probably-
stop playing, but I stopped playing competitively.
That I'm sure that did a lot for your stress levels.
I just didn't have the time. And
Is there a crush?
God, this
Yeah.
deck is a crutch.
No.
It has Serum Visions in it.
Wait, so I'm sorry. So Zach, you're playing Pod?
yeah.
All right.
This is even like probably even like the one of the like most wrong twin lists.
I disagree.
I
It's
mean,
from something. It's
you
from
have 0
something-
Keranos in this deck.
It was
How do you justify it?
Pre-Keranos.
Yeah.
That was. I was doing it. It was from.
If it was pre-Keranos, they would have Kiki.
2013
There's no
probably.
Kiki Jiki in this deck though.
There is no Kiki in that.
Pre-Keranos had Kiki Jiki. I was playing twins since 2013.
There are a million versions of Splinter Twin. This is
Yes,
a
and
totally,
a lot of them are bad.
well, this is a totally viable version. So.
Any version playing Kiki, like Keranos was one of the best cards in that deck for any like sort of mid-range game.
Look, sir. 9. You got.
Alright, I'm gonna play. I'm sure you're just happy to see a deck that actually wants to play Romeo.
I can make that for you.
Oh, that sounds real good.
This hand
It's
is
a hybrid. It's a magic / pasta appreciation stream. That's
I
what,
thought you were going to say Yu-Gi-Oh!
oh no, we don't fuck with that.
nah. We ain't cheaters here.
Mm-mm.
I don't believe in the heart of cards.
Hashtag never lucky.
I believe in cruel and twisted fate.
Like I don't even. It's been so long since I played this deck. I don't even know if this hand's a keep. It's awkwardly probably not.
I had 7 lands, so that
Let me
was
see.
one of the easiest moles I've had in a minute.
Like
That seems like a mulligan.
Like, this hand is like, again, you just have the possibility of just like, oops,
I guess you do.
Oops, I win on turn 4, even through like one abrupt decay.
It's funny to play this deck with updated mulligan rules.
Yeah, it's weird.
It like,
Especially Pod gains a lot of advantage.
Yeah,
on
oh,
that.
yeah.
Like, same with Twin, because like now you can push extra copies.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this hand's a keep, but I feel like
I'll keep this. I don't want to go to 5.
you know what. For science, I'll keep this hand.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Wow, that's just ass.
Like, to be honest, like, I don't know anymore. It's been so long. This deck's so this match is so irrelevant, but it's just comedic value.
That's just fun.
Yo, it's just for
Go ahead.
just for return value. That was a fantastic draw step. Go. Woodland Cemetery? What?
I guess so.
Yeah, this is a pretty goofy list.
Yeah. I don't remember
Go
the
ahead.
last time I saw a Woodland Cemetery in a modern deck.
This is definitely not. Well, maybe like 5 years ago.
Not even 5 years ago. Maybe like, oh yeah, maybe 2013 was the last time I saw it. Go ahead. Remember.
Sure.
Why-
Lightning bolt your bird.
Sure.
Go ahead. In your upkeep. I'm gonna Deceiver extract your Woodland Cemetery. Slot some again first. It doesn't have like a follow up on tapping source. Is a significant thing.
Go ahead.
Probably should have actually played this just because it hits a little bit harder. Yeah, that's a little bit awkward.
Take 1.
What are the left hands? Sorry.
I'm getting this.
I go to 19, yeah.
Are you at 20?
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Pay 2.
Snapcaster Remand.
Sure. Go ahead.
How many cards?
5.
5. Five cards. Fine. Type 3.
Take 3.
Go ahead.
Fetch.
13.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, 13.
Should invest in those the big spin downs.
Oh, yeah, those big ones. Yeah, maybe.
And the big
Yeah, I
dice.
think one of my friends was actually trying to give me those, and I didn't take them from him the other day.
Yeah, those are great for coverage and streams.
Yeah. I have the counters. I just need to pay more attention to
Okay.
what's going on.
Which one?
On the Deceiver exit.
Yeah.
That's your trade. Alright. Go ahead. After you take the 2, so that was after combat or?
Yeah, after combat.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm a little sloppy.
Yeah.
Don't play real. I'm at 10.
So you'd be at 11 if that was up. If that
I
was before
took 3 and
combat.
went to 13, and then I took. I should have done it before combat, I guess.
Well, doing it before combat, you'd be at 11.
Alright.
collecting, I did it 3 because it cost 3 blue marble.
Sure.
There's 1 and 3 blue.
That's what I did. 3 blue.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do 4 blue because I have to do 4 blue.
But 4 blue is strictly the correct way to cast
You know, I
Crypt
should go in to make sure I did it
Three
right.
1. No, it was really good. Yeah.
Thanks.
See, I can be interactive. I know how to use social media. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Totally.
You know how to tweet at people.
I know how to tweet.
Don't at me.
You didn't like the comment though, so I don't really feel like I was
I
interacting.
didn't think I needed to like
Go ahead.
You like the other ones, so I'm just saying you gotta be fair.
I hate this so much.
I'm just saying.
Tap down your Razor Rich Legate.
In response to the cast. I'll fetch. Good at 10.
Probably just quarter calling for a Spellskite here. I have to guess.
Too many remands.
Exactly 2, which is 2 too many.
It's too many.
This is 2018. Remand has not been playable for years.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, good players have not played Remand for years.
It resolves. Trigger
What I just said.
in response.
Quarter for
Quarter for 3.
sure.
Did you see it?
800ing this.
Yeah.
You got 3 using what?
Wrong order.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah. It's
Old
old.
Womp
It's
womp.
like from when it was legal.
Yep, I guess I kind of got blown out by that
It
one.
does. Yeah. Oh,
That is something I very could have easily played around.
that was a good one.
That was something if I was knew what a pod deck list looked like still.
That's like every time I look through this list, I'm like, right, this card, not that card. Like, because even like when I played, I ran
that
different
was,
shit.
That was one of the worst draw steps in our deck.
I think I couldn't afford Linvala.
Go ahead.
So.
Linvala was real expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
like-
$50 at the time
That
because
was
you know
crazy.
master sets weren't a common thing.
Right.
They didn't print free a year.
I played in fan subscriptions, so I have the most baller deck in standard history.
Jeez.
Literal mythic dot deck.
There's Lotus Cobras and like,
Yeah, those Jaces.
Lotus Cobras, Jace.
Slayer Eagles, Noble High Arts,
Yikes.
Birds, and all the shit.
Ranger?
That shit- it was the best
Yeah.
deck ever. I think it was like over a G. Yeah, priced it out. Something stupid like that.
You're wearing the competitor shirt.
Oh, is that right, man? Vince didn't give me one of his shirts. Man, what's going on?
well,
Let's
it's
go better.
it's your lucky day because I have a million.
I didn't even realize that.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I thought it was like a power move. I thought it was like, yeah,
Alright.
I'm coming over to play.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'm not
Alright.
gonna say their
It
name.
was my secret
Combat?
boy. It was my secret
Yeah.
boy.
I think
Exalted triggers,
we all
take 3.
know who we're referring to, so it doesn't have to be said.
I actually found another marketplace site today that I didn't know existed.
Thank you.
What's that?
Called mtgpark.com.
I never heard of it.
I had never heard of it either. Yeah.
MTG Park?
Yeah.
Show it to me.
Like the actual park?
You got it.
I showed you both of mine.
Yeah, playing the Pestermite instead of the second X Arc was wrong. I was trying to play around like just the card that would black deck or Zoplantic was.
It took me. I didn't name my ramp early.
Yeah, I think it was well. If I play the X Arc, he probably just goes for Spellskite. But at the same time, I lose. If I don't probably go for it there because Spellskite is on my radar as a core target.
And you already blew one bolt already. I feel like a spell site's pretty sick.
Yeah,
I mean, I used to be a large. I guess I'm still a large actually. I won't venture to the medium.
This medium was pretty good.
I was like, I lost weight. I don't know if I lost that much weight.
The medium just came out really well. That's why I want to get the medium.
Yo, you got more mediums?
You can try this.
You want a medium?
Yeah.
We can make you one of these if we go. We got all the stuff right there. It takes about 5 minutes.
Oh, you guys print them in here?
We do. We have we made a screen and we
It even is in here.
when we feel like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh. So I just have one of my dad's friends who owns a screening company do it.
Yeah, it's pretty simple to do yourself. So.
So Twitch chat, prepare to yell at me for telling me how I don't remember how to sideboard for this matchup.
No, you can do whatever you want with this.
Because I'm thinking cards that are good are probably not good at all.
You can do a slow-mo version of like a thing.
I think maybe this is a little.
I haven't played with sowers in Twins since before. Like Pod was already banned by then when I really started playing with sower. It's around the Siege Rhino days, around Pro Tour Favorite Forge. And Antonio Del Morale made it sowers in the sideboard a little bit more popular. But what I really want, relic try to interact with the combo and then interact with the board.
They just have hand disruption.
Yeah.
Well, and this board is a little. What's in here?
That's for sure.
Thank you.
I usually don't wear magic shirts unless I'm.
I mean, to be fair, I've worn t-shirts about like a total of 4 days this summer.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It's not. Mine are usually under my dress shirt, so.
They bunch up too much on the sleeves for me. Vendilion Click is a card where like it kind of can be a liability in this matchup. Doesn't really match up well against anything he's doing, and he can get a pod down much faster than the Click can take it.
That artwork is sick.
Anger of the Gods or Engineer
Both of them,
Explosives?
they look both
Fifth Dawn explosives, Modern Masters explosives are the foil of Fifth Dawn do look better than
I like
the
the
foil of
colors
Modern
in
Masters.
those.
Yeah. You would like a lot of the cards from that set. That's the set that, or the block that Glimmer Void is from as well.
Oh,
Glimmer
that's
Void
nice.
just had poor art.
Glimmer
Like it
Void's
was kind of
neat.
boring.
She really likes Glimmer
I really
Void's
like
art,
Glimmer
so.
Void.
I don't know.
It's like a movie.
I just think
it's
that-
not my thing.
I just think Mirrodin had a lot of great arts, and Glimmer Void is not highest on that list.
I mean,
I think the Mirrodin version looks better than the Modern Masters version.
yeah.
Nice hat.
Come on.
These
I don't
Remand,
know what I
Remand
wanna
is
do
also
here.
like kind of poor
Yeah.
in this matchup
This
against
is
all his
bored.
mana dorks. So like,
I don't know about the rhetoric. The rhetoric seems kind of mean.
Rhetoric's only good against cards.
No, I
like
need to
Gaster.
think I'm not playing against fucking Jeskai.
Yeah.
This is twin.
We've been playing too much. Just
I was like, yeah, let's definitely play all these.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense. I was straight up boarding for
Are there
Jeskai.
not 4 Remands in this deck?
It's fine. Like, you can just bot into something. It's not the worst.
Is the one deck that's supposed to have 4 Remands, you didn't put 4 Remands in, Vince? We didn't have a conversation.
I'm sorry.
Would Burn be good against this deck?
It's just a race.
Yeah.
If you can beat them out before they get the combo.
So
Because if it is, I would like to play against him.
This is
I
in
think
the main
Max
board right
could
now.
do, I think at some point. I don't
Yeah.
know if you'd like to.
so
Nah,
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
Remands.
Yeah.
He played spell.
The Remands are kind of medium, especially once he gets a pod into play. Like, they don't really do anything. The Dispel only interacts with the card Core of Calling, and I
Oh.
don't think that's something to really worry about.
Yeah, I could-
But I'm not 100% sure on the
what, do you
Vendilion
else,
clicks.
what else do you think I pull against him?
No, you don't pull this guy. You can just pop some gems.
Yeah,
It's not Jeskai. Jesus Christ.
Vendilion click is a way to interact with like.
We also haven't
disruption
played
he
with
has.
boards in a while.
I
Yeah.
haven't
We
know
played
what-
bot in a long time.
What I'm going to do
I just haven't played bot in a long time. I forgot a few words.
right now, we don't have a Keranos or anything, so we're not really boarding into a way.
I mean,
to beat the
against him,
combo.
I think against twins, we
Running out
keep
a
the
twin?
combo.
I'm gonna board out a
or
twin.
like keep it prioritized.
I'm gonna board out a Pestomite,
I mean, you want both half the combo, right? She works at both sides of the combo.
and then no
Like, I'm supposed to-
Lee. Then I'm gonna take out one click and one spell
Yeah,
snare.
come out here.
Because I don't think spell snare does a whole lot. There's not. I need to leave.
It's 18.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big.
This is the board, and these.
We got things to take out for that. Here.
Blood Moon and Anger of the Gods could be good.
That's the only thing we have out right now, really.
I feel like it's just shaved.
Yeah. Again, Twitch chat, I apologize for the fact that none of us have any idea how to sideboard a format from 4 years
It's a
ago.
little bit of an old format, so I think
And
it's
the deck lists aren't exactly up to date to the format.
Man,
the
we
old
don't,
format.
you have Google or anything now. We're not gonna bother with
No,
that.
nope, not gonna
We're
mess with
gonna
that
look back
stuff.
2 years now.
Yeah.
This number's not-
Yeah, because he boards in more interaction for the to fight the combo, so like I don't want to fight on an axis that he's already preparing to fight. So Spell Snare is kind of medium. I would cut Twisted Image, but it's because it's like the worst way to interact with the Spellskite. But we don't have a Flame Slash in our deck because someone decided to copy a very poor list. No Keranos.
Not saying any names.
I'm incredibly disappointed in you.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
Listen, I tried.
Yeah. And I could be completely wrong boarding out of a Vendilion Click. Yeah. The reason I board out Pestermite over a Deceiver
Yeah,
Exarch
skip the
is
ooze.
because
Pestermite
it Pestermite block or Deceiver
Is there also
Exarch
one
blocks a little bit
dismember?
better. This game isn't really about pushing, attacking, and trying to push through little chip shots of damage, and it also plays around better against Orzhov Pontiff. Whereas taking out
That's
Deceiver
low,
Exarch,
yeah.
literally almost all of our non-silver creatures die to an Orzhov Pontiff. This is the longest sideboarding ever.
We are playing an unplayed, a non-existent format. Like, none of this is legal. I guess it's legal in...
No ban list, but if we're not playing Eldrazi Mimics and Eye-Boogians and no ban list Modern, then what are we really doing with our life?
Yeah.
As much as I hated those 3 months of Modern, I was just like, yeah, just don't play Eldrazi or don't play. I chose to not play.
I chose to play, unfortunately.
I was mourning the death of Splinter Twin still, and I didn't feel like buying Eye-Boogians again.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of selling them all after they got reprinted, and vendors were still buying them for around $4.
Yeah.
And then Eldrazi happened, and I just didn't want to spend $200 on a card I knew it would get banned. I had been hit by Treasure Cruise and Splinter Twin. I did not want to forsake myself for a third time. My wallet couldn't take it. I was just a poor college kid. You know, no.
Who's this fucking stuff? It's like traffic doubles.
Okay,
Of course.
I'll wear the shirt if you pay me more than Norm does.
How much is that?
Nothing.
It's not a lot. Of
Nothing. Nothing.
Hmm.
It's okay. I know for a fact he's not watching this stream. He's too busy watching his own.
Oh yeah, this Wednesday. Yeah.
Do they stream on Wednesdays?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe that was a mistake on my part.
Yeah. I think as long as you're doing it consistently.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can also, well, alternating the days are better because then you can host them, they can host you, and generates more buzz.
I don't think they're gonna host me.
I'll talk to Norm.
I tried messaging him, so if you want to talk to him, you go for it. But
He was actually gonna manually go there and just like click the host button every day. Right after the stream. Sorry, they won't notice. Or doesn't care anymore.
All hands on deck.
I mean, they don't do anything on Tuesday night. They literally don't. They have standard, and that's about it.
Steven, you burning?
What?
You're burning?
I was sorry.
He's just shuffling.
I was just shuffling cards.
I would lose a lot more respect
I'll
for
keep
you.
I thought
this.
you were referring to the other stuff. I was like, you know, does it smell in here? I was like, is something actually?
is something burning?
So, I could, perceivably, I probably do want this, but at the same time, I really just don't need, I have enough looks at them that I'm not too worried about it. I'm on the draw this game anyway, so.
Got a 17.
Sure. It's probably, the more I,
Text my homie today, Fred, like, yo, you remember how to type with the Thanks.
God, I miss Ray. I see him every now and then.
He doesn't play so much anymore.
Oh yeah, he even like deferred his pro status. Like he was gold this year. And he called Wadsy, said nah. I can't even make it to any GPs or any of the PTs this year.
There's actually not too many. I mean, they're not actually close to it.
Well, yeah.
This was a very bad year for the Midwest.
Yeah. Oh, Star City's rescinding completely almost. Like, they started going to the Midwest. More areas in the Midwest. Like, they're starting to go Milwaukee more. But they're not staying in the Midwest.
Go ahead.
Often. Alright. Scrybug.
No, I think it's been like that.
Turn 2 pod is just too absurd for us to try to fight through.
You probably changed it a while ago.
My turn, correct.
Definitely.
No.
Yeah, because Joe's wife helped with this. The only one I changed is this one.
Go ahead. No, didn't you go Steam Vents?
That was my turn 1. Oh, yeah, I did.
Alright, yeah. Oh man, that's you.
I'm
Trying to
sorry.
hold up an eyelid. I thought he was staring at me.
Alright. Probably keep the top one just so it helps us smooth out our draw. And
I maybe should just mold again, but I didn't want to go to 5. That always feels so shit in this.
Do you go to 6?
Yeah.
oh, Ceremonies again.
See, this is a deck that you should play Serum Visions in, you know?
Yeah.
This is a combo deck.
I mean, there was a time where I played Slights in here too. Well, now I think you would probably be better off playing Opt in this deck.
Is there Miser Twisters in
Yeah, but there's no Flame Slash.
Yeah.
I think there's 2
I think there's
twisted.
multiple Twisted Image.
Yeah, there's
whatever.
2. The split became like 1 Twisted with 1 Flame Slash. Here you go.
I mean,
and
that makes sense for the variety.
And then people started, but this one was
Go to
like
16.
more, like based on the sideboard, was much more all in on the combo.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Flame Slash isn't even really
Like this was all in twin, not tempo twin.
right.
All I know is this deck needs 4 more dig through times.
Yeah, we weren't playing with that version.
Why? That's the best version. It's also the only way you could get me to play a blue Scapeshift deck. It's actually the only way you could get me to play a Scapeshift deck. I once registered Search for Tomorrow for a brief period. The only time I got to ever play Oracle, Moldiah, and Cryptic Command in the same deck.
What deck was that?
Rugscape Shift.
Play Oracle with that?
I also played Urban Evolutions in my sideboard for Jund.
Jesus.
Jerry Thompson is a mad scientist. But dude's gonna be a Hall of Famer, so ain't arguing with it.
That just seems bad. That just seems like not a play.
Yeah. It's a creature, you should put pressure on.
Yeah, I'll just sit back behind cantrips.
Go ahead.
Alright, we got a grizzly bear.
Yeah, there's a very some kind of pressure.
Sure.
Good timing. Leave both of those on top. Good. Or, yeah, I played my land. So I was on the draw. Yeah.
For 2?
16.
Go ahead.
Good. Good. It's so nice looking at 4 mana and not having to worry about Collected Company.
There's still other stuff you gotta worry about.
I'm not worried about court for... Right now I'm not worried about court for 1.
Move to combat?
Yeah.
For 2?
14.
Go ahead.
Collected Company is kind of annoying.
Yeah. Especially when it always hits Eternal Witness or Tireless Tracker.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that I hate more than that. It's almost as bad as turn 3 Tron. Yeah, 3 cards?
3 cards. Sure.
Yeah. Overgrown Tomb. Go down that.
Take one.
Sour.
Is that you gain control until it exits?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
End of turn, I'll blow up the Deceiver.
Yeah. Basically, I don't want to play into the decay. I'll try to make him have to apply some more pressure.
I'll pay 2.
Sure.
I won't pay 2. I'll just pay 4.
Alright.
Go ahead.
One card.
Mm-hmm.
Take 4.
Take 4.
Go ahead.
Good.
One thing, especially with the way this particular list is built, that I personally don't like about playing Splinter Twin is that this version is very much not Plan B oriented, which is how Twin played in a lot of sideboard games, and what made it so successful was because there was always that fear of the combo.
Sure.
That, like, Solar Temptations is not a Plan B on its own. Blood Moon is not a Plan B on its own.
Kinda. Blood Moon, you don't think is Plan B enough?
Wasn't back then.
No, it wasn't. And it, to be honest, still isn't. Like,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, now it's Plan A for the Twin decks, because the Twin decks now play 3 mana creature, 5 mana creature.
I just meant like in general. Strategies in general.
I mean, I even think Blood Moon is a poor card right now. Like,
Sure.
the only, like, even Tron doesn't really lose to Blood Moon, but it loses more to Stony Silence than Blood Moon.
Go ahead.
Because they can still cycle through their stars and everything and make their land drops. I wanted to end step. Use the lighthouse. Say, I'm a moron. So if you want to do anything for end tap.
No.
Like before. Just remember the sour.
Yeah, we're combat, so it's not taps.
Mm.
That is.
I mean, you could also just want to be in combat, I guess.
I mean, it untaps anyways on his turn.
You can also go short in combat.
It doesn't actually matter. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Go ahead. Actually, this is only answer sheet. Well, it's on his. It's on my turn. Actually, I'm just gonna bullshit it right now, so like you don't have the opportunity to pot it. And then you can untap. Because good chance you probably don't have a creature in your hand. Cut or
You're fine. Go ahead.
activate Lighthouse. Go ahead. For 4?
4.
Sure. So the Court of Calling is the only card that actually punishes any of the sideboarding decisions I made, because like Remand is always good against Cord, and Dispel's only good against Cord.
Yeah.
And if I'm on, also I guess there's more incentive to leave in the Dispel if I'm on, on a list that is more all in on the combo. Well, it's kind of annoying. It's like a big booty. There's no flame slashes in this deck. God. Lesson learned, folks. Half of your modern losses come at deck building. And those who fail to learn from the past are doomed to repeat it.
Move to combat?
Yep.
For 3?
11.
Gotcha.
Up.
10.
Give me it. Oh yeah, the one fetch. Yep, 10. That's fine.
5?
Sure. Cryptic Command would be fantastic right now. Shit, yeah, I can't do anything about that. I think I'm in a boo-boo sitch here.
It's not looking good.
Nah. Nah, because why? Because my card, since this deck doesn't have Batterskull or Keranos.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go ahead.
This deck had Batterskull or Keranos. I'd be in a much better spot. Guess I kind of just gonna go for broke on this. Yeah, Snapcaster. Bolt you.
I'll take 3.
Okay, we get this have this fun battle.
Oh god.
I have once won a game of Infect against Infect purely by a Spellscape mirror. Once upon a time, small child Hawkman did not know how these two Spellskites interacted with each other, and he killed himself. Yo. Actually, I messed up there. I missed 2 points of damage because you likely weren't blocking if you didn't redirect to the spell state. That was a mistake on my part, and it's probably a critical one.
It's okay. People don't seem to like the throwback very much.
Yeah, we're doing this.
It's okay. We're trying to get this over with as soon as possible.
We lost like most of the people that were watching. So
You guys can't even board right.
It's probably the like 5 to 10 minutes I'm boarding.
yeah, no.
Move the-
How many do we have now? Right? There's like 2. You are 2 of the best people in the world right now sticking through this. I don't even want to stick through this.
Move to combat.
Oh no, that list is wrong. We have more than
1 and 2.
Attack for 3.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I go 2-9.
I don't think I can win anymore, to be honest. I'm gonna give it the old college try. I have like 4. I don't even have a line to combo through this.
Pot on thanks.
Yeah.
Twisted Image. Draw into.
I don't have a way to kill the Linvala.
2 here.
Twisted Image.
2 here.
Yeah.
Then draw into another Twisted Image. Then draw into a lightning
Yeah, I'm
bolt.
dead.
Alright.
Yeah, I have 0. I don't 0 out. Like I can sow her spell skite.
Alright, well, you guys want to finish it up?
No.
No? You don't want to finish it up?
No.
Whatever.
Alright, fine.
I don't have to. Oh, I should take this shit out.
I'd rather play like a matchup that's relevant.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure everyone else would like to see this too. See that too. I don't think people enjoy watching complete irrelevant nonsense.
I think it's fun.
It'd be fun if the decks were built properly.
Oh.
And yes, I'm going to be salty about it.
Alright, fine. We'll update it for you.
And you know it's a disservice to play a deck without Keranos in it.
Yeah.
Or some good... There's not even Thundermaw in this deck. What are you doing with your life, Vince?
I don't know.
Like, you don't even have an excuse for that one.
You're right.
Like, this is the Thundermaw. This would even be a good Thundermaw. Perfect matchup for Thundermaw. He's got Birds of Paradise.
Yeah, that's true.
What should I play?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, it's you.
Just not that.
Oh god, I don't want to play that at all.
I'll pretend to hate myself for a little bit and play Jund. There's no Tron deck in this gauntlet. I got nothing to fear but fear itself. Wish we had a not gonna lie, wish we did have a Mardu deck right now. Let's burn.
Fuck.
Oh god.
I haven't played Burn.
Oh
in a little
god.
while.
Alright, well. This version doesn't have Kitchen Finks in the main deck. But it's got... It doesn't even have that many discard... Oh god, this is even worse because it doesn't even have that many Thoughtseizes either. Or that many discard spells either. Or no, it has 6. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. It's okay, if we were playing Mardu, we couldn't be burned. That deck does not function under Eidolon.
Which deck?
Mardu.
Oh, Eidolon of...
Very rebel. It's like Fatal Push it or die.
Yeah.
You can never beat that card.
Yeah.
Like your deck is literally any Faithless, like most Faithless Looting decks just can't really beat it.
Yeah.
Well, like, but Faithless Looting's for value decks, I suppose. God. God, I'm so rusty with Twin. I probably made like 4 major mistakes that turn.
Yeah, it's fine.
Probably, I think the only turn that game I really navigated well, that like had any significant amount of decisions, was a turn where I played the Sower.
Mm.
Because like I could have just gotten 2 for 1. I played I didn't need to play into a 2 for 1 there.
Yeah.
Instead, I made a play that requires him to put more pressure onto the board. I'm playing Jund. He's playing Burn.
Oh, okay.
So this one should not take an hour.
Yeah, we need a quick game here.
Yeah, no, I'm fine for a quick game, frankly. So, I mean, I was gonna play some kind of aggressive thing.
I mean, I could play Affinity if we really want to make it fast.
I almost played Affinity and then I said no.
His hand is like 2 spells that actually are very good in this matchup, and then one spell that's kind of mediocre. But we'll keep it.
Yeah, I'll try this.
19.
Sure.
God bless Basic Swamp. Let's get that. That's actually an interesting decision. It's like, normally I want to take Eidolon's the card I always want to take because like it just is great to have a follow-up Tarmogoyf with, but I don't have that lined up. And the card that I do have in my follow-up, I do want to make sure I have clear of Searing Blaze is the only way he has to interact with it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Searing Blaze. Could be wrong, but find out. Go.
Spike.
17.
16.
Yes. 16.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Test to see how on top of Life Turtle's Vince is.
I totally put them in wrong, so. I'm good now.
You had one job.
I know.
You had one job. Yep.
I think it's cool. I don't want to.
Alright.
Good. Sure.
Go to 14.
You got it.
Okay, so he drew a 4th land. That's very bad for him. Take this, go correct. Play Scavenging Use.
Sure.
Go.
Foothills.
Yep.
The 17.
Yeah. Oh god, did he draw a Searing Blaze? Did I get maximum punished right now? This is not real life. Tell me this is not real life that he just drew a Searing Blaze.
We'll see.
I literally scoped in my entire this entire start of the game round him not having a Searing Blaze for this Scavenging Use.
I mean, I don't have a Searing Blaze. I got a Helix though.
That's better. I can't beat it. I can beat a Lightning Helix on it. It was like a Searing Blaze.
Yeah,
go
ahead. Go ahead.
Don't want to spike me.
No.
Save it if you draw Swiftspear. Alright.
Sure. Take 3.
Yeah.
Right, 3, yeah.
So, clean it. Blood. This. Good. And this is why part of why I don't like playing Jund. It's just like, you don't have any, you just like, the matchups where you don't want to have a Dark Confidant, you don't ever have like large enough resources to get fall through.
Lava Spike.
11.
Grim Lava. Man.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'll go 10. You got no cards in hand right now.
No,
So
tits up.
I feel like I'm in a pretty alright spot right now. But again, like, it's Burn. He could just top deck.
No, you're right. Drawing in that 4th land was pretty rough right there.
Yeah, I mean, your hand was already like, I need to not win draw another land if I'm going to have like 50% chance of winning this game.
Oh.
That was a very good draw.
Oh, yeah?
But it's a little painful now because of how I sequence my lands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Sweet.
Not bad.
Like, I'm gonna find a deck to
Ooh, okay.
modern deck, 'cause I told
Oh, yeah?
since
I'm
we
gonna
were-
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I
Maybe
also
a
told him
little-
he has stuff here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Desk appearance.
I drew into a 4th land when I really did
Ooh,
not need
that
that.
was
Really, I didn't need the
that was
3rd land.
actually the best draw in the deck.
Another Tarmogoyf?
One,
I was gonna say another Tarmogoyf is probably the best draw.
What is he at right now? I got
5.
creature land and sorcery.
You're at 5?
No, the
Oh.
Goyf is a 5.
Oh.
He had a Tarmogoyf.
You're
You
at
didn't
8.
invest in that Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I'm at 5. Or I'm at 8. He's at 12.
Yeah, I got a 12.
It's not happening.
Go. I mean, you got a t-shirt printer. You got a 3D printer.
No. But when I get one, maybe.
Wham wham! Take that.
Just
Bam bam.
is that?
Oh, I don't know if you
Check
can
the
do that anymore.
check the eroded word.
Oh,
Check the
fuck.
eroded word.
Oh,
Check
I
the
didn't even
eroded word.
remember.
Oh man. That's
let me
Hashtag
This
Planeswalker redirection rules and annoyance.
This might be one of
I
those
hate that they
editions.
changed that.
Yeah, it might be kind of like the Chandra change. The Chandra.
Okay, they changed it to target player or planeswalker.
Okay, so it does work. Okay, Goyf is at 6.
I actually forgot that even happened.
Yeah.
So it's player or planeswalker
I
instead
feel
of
like
the
it's a
creature.
very narrow scenario though. When it does happen, like
It's really confusing.
Yeah.
actually ends up
Yeah, I guess I think.
I mean,
it
like
has
the
2
the
targets,
redirect
that's why.
rule is pretty clunky, so I get why they changed it, but it's also just like
It's just not
you're
intuitive.
really gonna errata how many cards? And,
Right.
like,
Again, like the most accurate printing of Lightning Bolt is the ABU version. Thank you for 6.
go to 6.
Play the Scavenging Ooze.
Oh, okay.
Eat my Scavenging Ooze, or eat your 2 Grim Mobimancers.
Sure.
So I'll go to 10. This will be a 4/4. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
What?
I didn't think you were gonna win.
I ran hot.
Yeah.
I drew like
Those draws were pretty
3 good. Like after my opening hand was not fantastic, but I had removal spell, Inquisition, Scavenging Ooze, and a Treetop Village as one of my lands.
Yeah.
So like I'm not gonna mulligan that ever. Know what I mulligan into? 4 lands, 2 Dark Confidants
Probably.
every time.
Most likely.
And he didn't have a Goblin Guy draw, so my Dark Confidants just would have killed me.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. Again, another thing I don't really like about John compared to, it doesn't compared to like other decks that are trying to play a lot of like the tap man lands compared to like Jeskai or blue white, it doesn't have an immediate use for that mana on turn 1. Where having a turn 1 discard spell or like a fatal push
Zach's burning?
is
Yeah.
a lot more critical to Jund than it is than to other mid-range decks. Like that's why we don't see decks like Mardu trying to play Shambling Vents or Lava Claw Reaches or
Yeah.
maybe Shambling Vents would be a very good addition to Mardu, just the way their game plan plays out.
Why doesn't
Zach,
Burn
do
play
we-
Power Dancer Ascension?
Do me proud.
Because it's a card that doesn't deal them damage.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
right.
you're good. That's good. That's real good.
It literally does not do anything until
You
you've
can-
already won the game.
Yeah.
Really
But, like,
good balance. I
guarantees
never-
you win the game later
I
on.
never get
Ooh, this hand is a hot steaming pile of trash.
Yeah, I'll keep this.
Yeah, definitely.
It's okay. It means it's probably 2 lands,
Good to know.
2 creatures, and 3 spells. And one of the spells is a Searing
Good.
Blitz. The other is a Boros Charm.
Yeah. We'll see. Anything could happen.
It's okay. I need like 2 lands, Inquisition. I mean, this hand interacts very well with the his creature draws, but not like his spell draws.
What, did you mull a 5 or 6?
6.
6. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, very good against his creature draws, not his spell draws.
Yeah.
Go to 9.
Oh yeah, we're still playing game
Oh,
1.
this is game 1. Yeah. Or not game 1, but
Well, this is a
Pre-war.
game 1. We can play like a 5-game set of this in like less time than we played any of the other matches.
I think we might just be done after this. We've been going for a while. It's almost 10.
Is it almost 10? Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I think this is gonna be our last match probably.
Alright, so
I need to eat dinner still. Yeah.
Are we still good for that pesto?
Can you go
Rift
start
Wolf.
the water?
I guess I could do that.
Oh,
How do you have this?
I'm a
Oh,
lot.
it's just jarred pesto. It's just
Go.
pasta. We need to. You want some pasta?
No, no, I can't. 'Cause like it's
Oh right, it's not.
Sorry, I
We
forgot.
have
Yeah.
gluten. We have
We
gluten-free
bought gluten-free
pasta
by
that I
accident.
bought by accident. Does that count?
No,
Is that, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Darn.
The only pasta I can have is the shirataki noodles.
Oh.
They're like 90% water.
Those are really good.
Yeah, they are. It's the only thing.
Sorry, what are the life totals?
I'm at 16.
I'm at 19. Yeah, I told Margaret if we could show up that we were just like playing Magic stuff. I actually didn't think she was gonna show up.
No, that's cool.
Sure.
14. Go ahead. This could go very badly for me, depending on how I come out of this turn. Like, either come out of this in a even to favorable situation, or I could
Go
come
ahead.
back with like very low chance of winning this game. Let's see. I think I just have a couple options. I think I want to play the most mana, do the jump thing, and look at my hand, find the best way to spend all my mana.
Sure.
Plus,
How do the errated rules for redirect damage to planeswalkers read?
so if it
Usually
would target a
it's-
player,
it
if it would
says
target a
target.
player, if it targets would
Any
target a
target,
or
right?
would target a player. It also now is right to like target planeswalker.
Yeah.
If it says the word opponent, it's opponent. If it's targeting, then
Hold on, I'll look it up.
I'd have to look at.
But yeah, but if it's target player, I can still put it on a planeswalker, right?
It says target player or planeswalker for the card I think you're thinking of.
Yeah, most of them are target player or planeswalker. We borrow charming this Lily.
Yes. I mean, this card still happens, correct?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Is it my turn? You
Yeah.
just played Lily.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm not used to Boros Charms happening on my turn. Or on
Irresponsible.
it's still my main phase.
Maybe that was dumb to do, but I don't know. I feel okay, but go ahead.
I didn't think it was dumb. I think
I think it needed to happen. I
it needed
don't
to happen. Yeah.
I don't know about the timing of it, but I did need it. Sign that did need to happen.
Sure.
But it also kind of does work out negatively for you, just based on how my follow up is scripted.
Oh. Yeah.
You're fine. I don't know.
So I was at 17.
What was Vinny? What was he at?
You were at 14?
14.
14 to 13.
Yeah, 13 now?
Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf.
Sure.
I have instant, land, planeswalker, sorcery,
Sorcery,
creature
creature.
enchantment. Alright, just your casual, 4 mana, 12 power.
End of turn.
And Stoneforge Mystic is still too good for modern.
3 to you.
It definitely is. Tarmogoyf's not even good.
No, Tarmogoyf is actually like one of the worst creatures in modern.
Draw.
And I will. It's fatal pushable. It's worse than Gurmag Angler. Like, this is part of the reason why Rug Delver is unplayable, because your best threat is Innocent. Everyone plays Diabolic Edict,
Go ahead.
and this card gets Fatal Pushed.
Yeah.
Grixis Delver didn't give two craps about Fatal Push. Sorry. No reason to main phase yet.
Sure.
So,
Is
you're
that
at
12?
Yeah.
Sure.
Plus,
Skull crack.
skull cracking me or discarding it?
Discarding it.
Alright.
End of turn. Come on, you cocksucker. Damn it.
Did not rip the Boros Charm. There is justice in the world.
Nah, I actually just needed a land.
Justice, were you dead?
Oh, no. No.
I was dead the Boros Charm.
I mean, he wasn't dead.
3 to you.
Two trauma books
Yeah.
decks.
Go to 1.
Yeah, you really got it. Yeah, that's how I drew it up. It would be at 1.
Damn.
Alright,
One card away.
so do you want to play just so we get a sideboard of games? We kind of went through that.
I mean, I don't really need to do that.
Well, just for.
I don't actually know if I have the sideboard for burn right now.
I think we just have this.
Yeah, I think it might just be that.
Alright, it's fine. Well, it's not like the matchup changes that much anyways. I had Kitchen Finks.
Yeah.
I don't even know what burn sideboard even remotely looks
Like, you would probably bring in Ensnaring Bridges.
Oh yeah.
Like, you'd bring in, like, Ensnaring Bridges and probably, like...
Maybe Path Exile, right? No.
I mean, Pass is
Some
probably
number?
just to get Scavenging Ooze off the table.
Right.
Or Searing Bloods.
Right.
But Searing Blood doesn't have longevity. Like, I would just kind of be...
Particularly at this point, like, I'm boarding. I just have no idea. I just don't play.
enough.
I haven't played Magic like that even. I mean, like.
You
I-
end up taking out your Searing Blazes, because your Searing Blazes are your worst card, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
they
That,
just-
I mean, they feel like one of the worst draws, particularly late.
yeah, they're like,
'Cause,
you're
like-
the best on turn 2, fine on turn 3, bad on turn 4+.
Right.
Right.
Because it's like early, that's fine. Particularly if you like sneak that in on some good value.
Yeah.
So I have a weird feeling, not towards Anger the Gods, if it's in my sideboard against Burn, because sometimes you do just lose to the draws where you're
Creatures.
overrun by creatures.
But then sometimes you have.
And then you just have it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the time Jund doesn't need to take that approach, especially now that since they have, when you're boarding in like Collective Brutalities and also you don't want to, if you're playing Kitchen Finks, you don't want to board in your Angers.
Right.
But there have been times where I've kind of like, oh, I can cascade in this Blood Raid into whatever.
Yep.
Like, I just path my Dark Confidant, sometimes just path my Dark Confidant so I can get that 4th land
Yeah.
a lot of times. But yeah, Collective Brutality, getting all that in. Are we still live or are we done?
I think we're about to call it. So
Alright.
thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
We'll
Have
see
a
you
great
next
night. See you next week, Twitch chat.